Hi everyone and welcome to today's video session. My name is Thomas and I'm one of the IELTS teachers here at LangGo Learning System. Today we're going to continue our video series about myths related to the IELTS exam. I believe that knowing these 6 will help you avoid low scores. Are you ready? Then let's get started. Myth number 6, if you're really good at grammar, you'll do well. In the IELTS speaking test, grammar is one of the 4 marking criteria, but all 4 of them combine equally to your score. So even if you excel at grammar, that's still only a maximum of 1/4 of your marks. To make your score higher, you should sharpen your language as well as broaden your lexicon to deliver your ideas as successfully as possible. Besides this, you need to improve your pronunciation, as we mentioned in the last video. This means the examiner is going to assess the ability of every single sound and how you put stress and intonation in your words. Your speaking should meet the requirements of fluency and coherence, which task you to speak with less hesitation and link your ideas to each other feasibly. Below are some linkers which should help you deliver your ideas in a more coherent manner. Firstly, secondly, last but not least, moreover, furthermore, in addition, consequently, therefore, as a result, in order to, so as to, and so that. Well, the truth is that there's 4 evaluation criteria: grammatical range and accuracy, fluency and coherence, lexical resource and pronunciation, and they're all equally weighted. Myth number 7, if you don't hesitate when speaking, you'll make a good impression. Speaking fluently is quite important, but only if you stick to a consistent flow of ideas. In other words, you should organise your ideas logically. Even if you conduct a long and fluent speech, but it makes no sense, you won't score highly. However, some pauses when you're thinking are completely natural, so don't worry about that. To help you, I'll give you some filler expressions that you can use. To put it differently, what do you call it? Wait for a second. I have it right there. Well, you see, the truth is, fluency, talking quickly without hesitations on its own, will not only make a good impression, you also need to speak coherently, logically and organised. Myth number 8, you should answer questions even if you don't understand them. A candidate is not expected to answer questions which are beyond their knowledge, so it's normal not to respond, but you should know how to express the reasons. You could use the following expressions. I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean. Can you repeat the question, please? I don't think I know what you mean. Do you mind repeating the question, please? Don't overdo this one because you could lose more points if you ask the examiner to repeat themselves too many times. So the truth is, if you don't understand a question, you should ask for clarification. I mean, what would you do in real life? Myth number 9, you don't need to cover all parts of the task in part 2. In part 2, you can talk around the 4 questions in it and you can allocate your time equally. You should spend about 30 seconds on each one and end your round in about 2 minutes. After practicing, you can get acquainted with your timing skills and moving to another point in a more logical manner. So the truth is, you need to answer all questions in part 2, spending an equal amount of time on each question ideally. Finally, myth number 10, if you run out of ideas in part 3, you should repeat ideas from part 2. As normal, the question in part 3 will ask deeper aspects of one from part 2, so you should implement your ideas in detail and know how to compare and contrast things, and finally draw some conclusions. Repeating what you've said in part 2 will not really help you that much in part 3. There's some expressions below that you can utilise in part 3. As far as I'm concerned, what I think is, I strongly believe that. From where I stand, comparing and contrasting, on the one hand, on the other hand, while, whereas, both, similarly, drawing conclusions, the bottom line is, in a nutshell, all in all, to sum up. Well, the truth is, part 3 wants you to discuss more abstract issues with the examiner, so repeating your ideas from part 2 likely won't help you answer the question in the right way. And that's it for today. I really hope that you found this session helpful in preparing you for your IELTS test. If you want to sign up for IELTS courses with us at LangGo, please click on the link below. Our courses are designed with you in mind, and I'm sure you know that they're also designed to give you personalised learning pathways. Remember guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell button and get notifications of my latest uploads. Really appreciate the support. Once again, I've been Thomas at LangGo Learning System, and I'm pretty sure I'll see you again. Bye.